Filipinos in Long Beach. Alam niyo po ba na 4% ng mga ng general population sa Long Beach ay mga Pilipino? Yan po ay nalaman ko sa ating panauhin ngayong hapon. Our very special guest, she's practically spent her life trying to research on Filipino-American history, and she now works as a librarian for UCLA. Hello and welcome to the show, Eloisa Bora. Magandang hapon sa iyo.
Magandang hapon din.
What brings you here? You know, I hear that it's so difficult to get you to come out and speak, much less, you know, in front of everyone on TV here on the show, but thank you so much that you're here.
Well, I have a very special panel at the Long Beach Community Studies Conference this weekend, Saturday. It's a whole-day conference, but there's a very special panel of 3 Filipino family stories that's at from 9:20 to 10:40 in the morning.
Why is it important? You're talking about the family histories in Long Beach, families that have lived in Long Beach. Why is it important for us to get to know stories from them?
Well, a lot of people think of their stories as sort of like when they came, but there's so many people who came before us and they have such interesting stories. This particular conference is special to me because it's actually put together by the Historical Society of Long Beach and the Long Beach City College, where they've put together all the scholars and students, anybody that has stories of Long Beach. And so it's a chance to put our Filipino family stories in the forefront with all the other stories.
Right. I was going to get to that, Eloisa, because you mentioned this is basically usually when we have events about family Filipino history, it's all within the Filipino-American community. But this time, it's not just for the Filipino-Americans here. It's also for the whole general population of Long Beach,
right? Of Long Beach, yes.
Yeah,
and Long Beach is the second largest city in LA County. So it's a big deal.
And we mentioned earlier, 4% of the general population of Long Beach are Filipinos. And Eloisa, why did you pick the 3 stories in particular?
Well, part of it's because their stories actually have a connection with the larger stories of how Filipinos came to the U.S. For example, Frank Kiambao, his father was in the U.S. Navy in World War II, and that's how he grew up in Long Beach, where they had the Navy Yard. And his mother's father was also in the U.S. Navy as in World War I.
Oh.
So he has that history, plus he grew up in Long Beach, and he became the president of the West LA College and the president of LA Harbor College. And currently, he is the special advisor to the governor's office, the California governor's office, that's the equivalent of the Department of Homeland Security.
Oh, okay. So very successful Filipinos indeed. What about Roland Misajon?
Yes, Roland Misajon's also on our panel, and his grandfather came as a foreman for the Sacadas. The Sacadas were the contract laborers brought to Hawaii starting in 1906. And Roland grew up in Long Beach, and he's now a professor of math at Cal State Long Beach. And in his spare time, he is actually a performer with the Elm Street Band, which is considered the soundtrack of Long Beach.
Very interesting. So parang kwentuhan yung mangyayari sa Sabado. But you know, there's one person here, Isidro Canlas. People say you've researched a lot about him, and people say you only research about people that are related to you. Are you related to Isidro?
No, I'm not related to him by blood, but I feel a connection with him ever since I was doing research on a different topic, and I was going through this microfilm, and there his picture was in this Long Beach newspaper from 1917. The headline said, a Filipino first to register for Uncle Sam in Long Beach, and it was World War I draft.
Wow, and that's Isidro Canlas.
That's Isidro.
And I believe that you want to ask help from our viewers today also because you're looking for someone.
Yes, Isidro Canlas had a daughter. Her name is Virginia Kip, and she'd be 89 years old right now, but she's not appearing in any death records, so she's still alive, and I think she's still living in Long Beach. So if you can help her find me,
or help us find her.
Just email me at eloisa@ucla.edu, and I hope I can even find her by this Saturday.
All right. And Saturday, there is an event. Why don't you come invite our viewers again to go?
Yes, it's the Long Beach Community Studies Conference. It's at the Historical Society of Long Beach at 4260 Atlantic in Long Beach. And it's this Saturday. It's all day, but the Filipino panel is at 9:20 to 10:40.
All right. Magkita-kita po tayo dyan. Thank you so much for sharing those stories. And I hope we get to see more of you here on the show because you have many interesting stories from your research. Thank you and more power to you.
Thank you.
Magbabalik pa po ang Kababayan LA. Don't go away.
Celebrate ang LA 18's Harvest Moon Festival sa Linggo, September 19th sa Arcadia County Park at maka-enter